Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Brought to you by Grant Thornton, Whitehurst Beck Dudek, Madison Gas and Electric, and the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. On today's show, Tom Still, in his commentary, talks about the ups, downs, and sideways of the Wisconsin economy, and whether the volatility is actually the start of better news. And Greg Quam, the Career and Technology Coordinator for the Platteville School District, talks about efforts in Wisconsin to interest more students in science, technology, engineering, and math. First, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for early November 2011. Rising farm exports. Through the first 9 months of this year, Wisconsin's ag exports are up nearly 25% over the year before. The state's $42.1 billion in exports ranks it 17th in the nation. Wisconsin was at or near the top of categories ranging from cheese to beer to ginseng. And falling, jobs reports. The latest monthly jobs report shows Wisconsin losing 9,300 private sector jobs in October, the fourth consecutive monthly decline. Dips in manufacturing, healthcare, construction, and retail contributed to the losses. Still, Wisconsin is ahead for the year, and the jobless rate actually dropped from 7.8% to 7.7%. That's the WisBusiness.com stock report. Go to WisBusiness.com for more on these and other stories. Tom Still is next with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
What has made Grant Thornton one of the largest accounting organizations in the world, with resources in more than 100 countries worldwide? Is it their global capabilities, or is it their passion for how they serve their clients? Grant Thornton.
Instead of forward, perhaps the state motto should be amended to 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and 1 sideways. So goes the up and down news about the Wisconsin economy, which one day includes encouraging reports about jobs, expansions, or investments, but is followed the next with announcements of layoffs or a shrinking pool of private sector jobs. This seemingly contradictory mishmash of news may reflect what many observers call economic churn, or what economist Joseph Schumpeter first described as creative destruction nearly 70 years ago. It's the notion that healthy capitalist economies are in a constant state of transition, with new products, industries, and jobs necessarily crowding out the old. Of course, if you lost a job that was creatively destroyed in the past 3 years, you're probably in no mood to discuss economic theory. But the paradox of good news sandwiched with the bad speaks of the fact that maybe, just maybe, the Wisconsin economy is looking for an excuse to get back on its feet. The State Department of Workforce Development says Wisconsin lost 9,300 private sector jobs in October, the 4th straight month of decline. For the year, the state is still running slightly ahead on job creation. The good news, manufacturing continues a modest rebound. Companies such as Generac, Rude Lighting, and Husco have announced plans to add more than 1,000 jobs over time. Supercomputer maker Cray expects to add manufacturing workers in Chippewa Falls now that the University of Illinois has awarded Cray a contract to take over a stalled $300 million project. Virtually all of the manufacturing expansions of late have involved companies that are leveraging technology and engineered solutions, a talent that speaks to Wisconsin's knack for innovation when times get tough. Other encouraging signs have included strong earnings reports by Wisconsin companies such as Rockwell Automation and Brady Corp, and continued growth in food processing and other farm-related sectors. One sobering note, Wisconsin's peak month for manufacturing employment was February of 2000, when the state boasted 600,000 manufacturing jobs. That compares to about 450,000 manufacturing jobs today, which still ranks Wisconsin among the nation's per capita leaders. But innovation, technology, lean manufacturing, and other trends mean many of those lost 150,000 jobs will never return. Schumpeter's creative destruction at work. What's it all mean? Perhaps the economy is still bouncing along the bottom. Or perhaps the theory of creative destruction is not just a theory, but the sometimes painful way a modern economy works. In a world that never stands still, today's halting steps forward and stumbling steps back may be how Wisconsin's economy finally gets back on track.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Greg Quam of Platteville, an educator and a leader in the statewide Project Lead the Way program.
Whitehurst Beck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
I'm back with Greg Quam, a Platteville educator and an advocate for enhanced science, tech, engineering, and math education. Thanks for joining us, Greg.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
You work for the Platteville Schools, but you have fostered a larger consortium in Southwest Wisconsin. How does the Southwest Academy for the 21st Century Excellence help prepare tomorrow's workers?
Well, the Academy was actually formed to help our rural students be exposed to the upper level Project Lead the Way class, the engineering and design class, giving our students that opportunity to better prepare them in STEM-related careers. Another thing our Academy has done is given our small rural school districts a broad view of STEM education from first grade through seniors by offering engineering as elementary to our elementary schools and Project Lead the Way to our high school students, and then the Academy for the upper level class.
And one successful approach to STEM education is Project Lead the Way, which is now active in 195 schools across Wisconsin. How is Project Lead the Way different, and why does it work?
Well, I think it's different in a number of ways. First of all, it was developed by both technology educators, university professors, engineers, and it takes a somewhat of a traditional technology education model, but integrates the core academic skills with them, and more importantly now, it has been crosswalked with the Math Common Core standards. The thing that I really like about the Project Lead the Way curriculum is the end of the year assessment, where if our students perform in a proficient manner, they do earn post-secondary credit at many post-secondary institutions, not only in Wisconsin, but across the country.
The deadline is approaching for students to enter the statewide Wisconsin Yes Business Plan contest. Why is such a contest helpful for students with an interest in science or tech careers?
Well, I think it's all about students and it's all about kids in giving them the kind of skills that they are going to need to be successful in the 21st century. We really need to train kids that are well trained in problem solving and critical thinking and are able to do this both as an individual and in a team setting. And Wisconsin Yes gives those students that opportunity.
Thanks, Greg, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by Grant Thornton, Whitehurst Beck Dudek, MG&E, and UW Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.